Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Now the stage is truly yours, ma'am. But like I said, that was the most animated I'd seen you, and that is fantastic. But yeah, you will be, of course, reading right at the end and like the epilogue in the end. Be wonderful. Would you like to stand up there, or
Yes, I can.
can I give you a hand?
Yes, please.
Wonderful, ma'am.
Always good to hold the hand of a good-looking guy, right?
And then we'll chat more with you, ma'am. But we'll leave this stage to you. And it's her time. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You have a big number to beat, ma'am. 75,000 has to be broken.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to read the epilogue, which sort of summarizes, in a sense, the entire book. So it goes as such. What is the measure of your ambition? Would you like to weigh your life against diamonds and pearls and other markers of wealth? Or would you prefer to measure it on a speedometer in terms of the number of activities completed in a day or a month? Maybe the number of frequent flyer miles you collected as you whizzed through 265 days of travel every year? Perhaps you would like to assess it in terms of the happiness you gave your family, in the nurturing of 2 lovely children, and the loving care you took of your parents as they aged in front of your eyes. Will the fact that you gave up the rat race for the passion of teaching, traveling, or writing be your epitaph? At the time of the final judgment, will you rest your case of being successful on the evidence of having built a fine organization or a boutique firm from scratch, or the number of close and lasting friendships you had? To every one of us is given the choice of what scale we want to gauge our life against, and then decide how well we performed on it. This book is not a guide or lesson on whether the choices you made or the goals you sought were right or wrong, good or bad. I wrote this book to tell you that you and you alone should have the power and the authority to make that choice. Without the baggage of expectations, without the affliction of being seen as a woman in a largely male-dominated world, without the conditioning that was injected in your veins and the veins of your mother and grandmother. Only you should decide who you are and what you want to become. And as you stand and look at yourself in the mirror and reclaim your agency to make that choice, this book, as all good catalysts do, tells you what to stop, start, and continue doing. So stop saying yes when you mean no. It is okay to say maybe too when you are not sure. Stop being that patient listener of the pompous male voices around you. Stop putting everyone else's needs before you. Stop jumping up to make the coffee when you're the only woman in the room. Let out that curly hair from that oiled plait. Unlayer that dusky skin from the industrial level coatings of the latest fairness cream, and don't worry if you're the only soprano in a room full of baritones and basses. Revel in being different and owning your true self. Finally, start standing straight and tall, talking loudly and laughing boisterously. The default background score in our public and private spaces is deafeningly male. You need to change that. Your invisibility and your silence have been your biggest weaknesses. You are wise, you are talented and bright, but you have not been bold or brave. It is time you stood up to be counted. Display your legs and cleavage at your will. And ask the gentleman standing next to you not to peer down your neckline. If he can stare openly, you can tell him to not do so openly too. If you disagree with your board members, say so in the boardroom itself and don't hide behind one-on-one chats. Start letting go of your children, the wounds in your past, the organization that did not give you growth or paid you less than your male colleagues, and even your desire to feel needed or to get married if you don't want to. You have the entire universe inside you. So why do you allow yourself to be condensed or minimized into a microcosm? As you practice, so will you become. So practice the swagger, practice being flamboyant and confident, practice walking with a sway of your hips, a song on your lips and laughter in your heart. Practice, practice, practice this, henceforth and more. And as you reclaim your true position on this planet, remember you're giving strength to other women too. When they watch you, they will learn. And when they learn, they will grow. That is the only way we will quicken the pace of change and begin to hold up half the sky that rightfully belongs to us, one woman holding up one corner of it at a time. The sisterhood coming together in a shared culture of kindness, nurturing and support is the only way to dismantle the existing patriarchal norms, and you cannot let your community down by remaining a passive bystander. When you unleash the leader in you, I hope this book and the points I'm leaving behind with you allow you to reflect on how it will help you maximize your real potential in its highest and truest form and give you all that your heart desires, in whichever form or shape you have chosen to bring these yearnings to alive. From one sister to another. May the force.
Lovely, man. I'm going to bring you back down. And if you could just, we've got a little poem that we want to show you. A lovely one that was said a while back by Divya, but this one's really nicely done. And you have a few participants also in the audience that are there part of this. If you look around, you might just see a few of them. So let's dim the lights and I want to show you that.